Well, Charleston White has done it again. You know, DaBaby was coming out of a nightclub. I guess he was doing a show or was doing like a walkthrough at a nightclub. And you had this guy, this famous painter. He usually paints a lot of portraits for rappers and athletes and entertainers and stuff like that. And this guy, he went and he made a painting of DaBaby's daughters, two daughters. And DaBaby didn't like that, right? He didn't want no paintings of his daughter. He says that he tries to keep his children and his family private, right? He knows that he's an entertainer, he's a star, he's well known, but he wants to keep a private life, right? So he didn't take too kindly of that, right? And I guess the painter guy, he was embarrassed out there. People started posting videos, putting the sad music on there and everything. People crazy as heck, man. Like, they really crazy. Like, let's look at that first, and then we'll come back.
Hey, Roger,
So like I said, this thing gets real crazy, right? Now, a lot of people was coming down on DaBaby and saying, why did you take the portrait? Why did you do this? So DaBaby, he came out and he gave an explanation. Now, I don't believe that he needed to have an explanation for anything, right? How he feel is how he feel, right? If he don't want nobody painting portraits of his daughters, and he said he thought it was weird, the only thing I would say to DaBaby is, you are a highly publicized person. You may have taken pictures with your children before, and and you put it out there to the public, the people are going to get it. So he may not been doing things in bad faith. But as a father, he said that he thought it was creepy that a grown man would be painting pictures of his daughters, right? That's how he felt, right? So he came to social media to give an explanation, man.
And another thing too, man, is y'all starting to get on my nerves. Talking about Buddy with this painting of my two of my daughters that he presented to me outside of a nightclub or whatever. First and foremost, I'm not the type of father that I'm not into, like, grown ass men discussing my daughters, painting pictures of my daughters, taking pictures of my kids. I don't play like that. If you play like that, to each his own. You see what I'm saying? Like, more power to you. Send that nigga a picture of your daughters, let that nigga paint them, and then show him some appreciation.
Now, this is the thing. He don't owe us an explanation for this. He's entitled to feel how he needs to feel when it comes to his daughters, whether it's public or non-public. Like, he didn't have to take the portrait, and he can give his opinion on how he feel, right? Give his opinion on how he feel. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Number two, I'm not accepting no painting of my daughters outside of a nightclub. Number three, you see what I'm saying? You feel a way about, the principles I stand on with my kids and how far I go to protect them. That ain't none of my concern. Be more grateful to it. Let's go.
Now, this dude right here, now we're going to get into Charleston White. Now, Charleston White is claiming that the guy that did the painting is his cousin, right? And he came to social media to speak on it. Now, at first, Charleston had a real kind of like mild response, knowing Charleston. He didn't really go too hard, right? But he was saying that this guy's a very reputable guy. He does a lot of good things in the community down there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He does a lot of great paintings. And Charleston was saying, he never liked DaBaby, and he was giving his opinions on DaBaby. Now, Charleston, he jumps in everything to try to get into the algorithm, right? So Charleston, when all this happened, he came to social media and he did this.
Shout out to B White Creations. And I just want to say, I never really liked DaBaby. I just never really liked DaBaby. I ain't really into his music. I remember he was coming through Fort Worth. And the reason I ain't never liked DaBaby, because I first seen him in Austin, Texas, walking around naked with a pamper on as a grown man. So I don't like a grown man with the name DaBaby, no way. But the guy who drew the picture for him is my second cousin. His name is B White. He runs an art studio called B White Creations. Very reputable guy. Every celebrity, and I mean every celebrity who have come through the Dallas-Fort Worth area, B White Creations have drawn a picture for. He's very popular. He's drawn pictures for everybody. He don't ask for no money. He does this, and he's very creative. He does this on wood. So he does this on wood. So he's drawn this for me.
Now, this is the thing, right? Charleston got involved in something he ain't had no business getting involved in, right? And we know that DaBaby got an anger problem. DaBaby got in trouble in the past for saying something about the Skittles community, and he got canceled for a long time because there was a period of time when DaBaby was running the rap game. Period. He was on video games. He was performing in front of 100,000 people at certain fests all around the world. Baby was on that stage, but when he went against that Skittles crew, they knocked him down. They ain't knock him down a peg. Pause. They knocked him down, all the way down, right? But let's look at what DaBaby wrote to the guy, because he said that he still had it on his site, right? DaBaby said, you still comfortable? You still got my daughters on your page as a grown man after I made it clear I ain't comfortable with that. Study playing for this online attention. So when God put me back in front of you, I'm going to show you how serious I am about my daughters. Best advice I can give you, get my children off your page and keep doing what you gifted at doing. Using my kids ain't the route to go if you want to go viral. That's the route to go if you want to get hurt. This is a father talking, not a rapper, right? So now with that being said, Charleston saw that, and he decided to come over to social media, right, and just start really being real disrespectful to DaBaby and his children. I mean, he says some stuff.
Kids, let's see if you tough like Pooh Shiesty. DaBaby, your babies, and I don't care about no kid at Walmart. Yeah, he was mentally ill. I think I got me a rapper. I'm finna trick off the streets. Now, DaBaby, you want us to think you would have done something to paint a picture for your kids. Your kids. Your girls. Now let me see you in jail. Because I can tote a pistol. Your babies want to paint a picture of them babies. He ain't trying to go viral. This what he do. You just a... Yeah. Your baby. Yeah. Now come do something to me. I keep something ready for any one of you. A gun, a knife, a mace, or the police. You know I can say baby, and you can't do nothing to me illegally. Oh man, babies. I bet that don't do nothing to me. I keep knives, I keep mace, I keep guns, and I keep 911 on speed dial. I bet he don't want to go to jail. They say you a killer. I like to pick on killers. Oh baby, you ready to go to jail for babies? Baby, not really kids. I mean kids. No, for real. Real baby. Give a I know kid. You think I give a
Charleston White is holding the mirror up to the community, right? Because he wouldn't be able to do this and get away with this if people didn't allow him, right? If all black people on social media got fed up with him and wanted him to get out of here, he would have to go. But he's flourishing because now this is the thing. He says some things when he's being serious that matters, right? But then when he does this, he's trying to say, well, he's playing the character. I'm behaving the way y'all behave towards each other. I'm just giving it the way y'all give it. Nah, man, like it's not cool, bro. Because the thing is, you ain't even had to get involved in this. This was none of your business. And then get on there and say F his kids where he said nothing to you, right? He said nothing to you. Y'all ain't beefing. He had every right to tell the man to take my children down off the stuff. I don't want my children up there, right? He had every right to do that. But Charleston, being Charleston, because he know he can get away with it.
About my neighbor's kids, when I see them run out in the car about to come, I don't say nothing. I don't say, hey, y'all get out the street. I walk to my car and say, kid. You about my neighbor's kid. He think them gay people got him. Get here, boy. I don't get that money out. I don't get that money out there, boy. I don't get that money out there. I'm going to get the money out there, and you're going to jail. Bottom line, I'm sick of you talking. I'm laying dead to put one you in jail. If you swing on me, you're going to jail. Let's see if you tough like Pooh Shiesty. I think you got that pussy. I don't think you got 2 years in you. I don't think you got 2 years in you for a premeditated. I don't think you got it. Somebody gonna off you. I don't give a f. I get out.
This dude is the worst of the worst, man. He's the worst of the worst, man. But he's able to flourish because people allow him to be who he is, right? And he goes and he says some positive stuff, and then he just goes way off the rails, man. Because this ain't the first time he says some real horrible things about people's children. Now, his argument is, well, y'all put in the raps about hurting children, mothers, and which is true, right? Which is true. And this is why, as a foundation of Black Americans, as FBA, I say you're responsible for how you teach people how to treat you, by the way you treat each other and the way you treat yourself, right? So Charleston is holding the mirror up to the community. So when you see certain things that you don't like that Charleston say, you got to check it all. You got to check it all. Because that's just what it is, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. What's your opinion on this when it comes to Charleston White and him disrespecting this man's kids? And do you think that DaBaby had the right to have his opinion on the man painting his children and still having his children's face up on his site? Let me know what y'all think. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.